Welcome to Wichita, Kansas, and the final night of Athletes Unlimited AUX Softball. Jocelyn Allo sits atop the leaderboard. She leads the league in home runs and MVP points. Pitcher Mariah Masson has been stellar in the circle. She trails Allo by just 170 points. And her teammate Tori Vidalis continued her climb with a grand slam and 6 RBIs on Sunday. And Bubba Nichols enters the evening in 4th place, but has 2 games to make her push. Tonight, we hand out some hardware and crown a champion next. It all comes down to tonight, the Book of Unlimited waiting for a new name. Team Masson taking on Team Nichols in the first game of our doubleheader on a scorching hot night in Wichita, Kansas. Didn't deter the crowd. They're hoping to see a champion crown tonight. Maybe a little drama. The top 4 all within 200 points of each other, led by Jocelyn Allo. But as we mentioned, Bubba Nichols in that 4th spot has her doubleheader tonight, so she could make a big push. Alongside the 2-time Olympian Natasha Watley, I'm Chucky Kemp. Natasha, you've been in a lot of scenarios and big moments. Medals on the line tonight. What's going through these players' minds?
Well, all these athletes are competitors. Whether you're at the top of the leaderboard or whether you're at the bottom of the leaderboard, everybody wants to finish on a strong note. Everybody is geared up for championship day to leave it all on the field.
What's it going to take if you want to win this thing tonight?
If you want to take it home tonight, it's going to rely on your teammates and your individual. The beauty of the point system, it allows you to do that. It allows you to acquire those individual points, and it allows you to acquire those team points.
Going to take big-time wins tonight. Tori Vidalis and Mariah Masson get their game out of the way early on, so maybe sitting around and waiting how this thing finishes off tonight. Bubba Nichols, though, 2 games. She sits in 4th place, but within 200 of Jocelyn Allo. Those 2 will meet in the 2nd game of our doubleheader. Bubba's the home team for both games tonight. This is the lineup she will go up against. Aubrey Leach leads things off, a 7-game hit streak to her name, and then Jadalyn Alchin. So a lot of speed there in front of Tori Vidalis, who's been one of the best hitters of this AUX season. Just over 2 weeks is the length of this AUX season. It all comes to a close tonight. 18 total games, 17 and 18 will be played over the next 4 hours here in Wichita. First pitch, Aubrey Leach swings and fouls it down the left field line. That's Hope Troutwine in the circle out of Pflugerville, Texas. Her first season at Athletes Unlimited, but a 3rd-year pro, so has plenty of experience. 0-1, as ERA just over 6.5 on the season. This is her 3rd start of the year. Aubrey Leach is one of the toughest outs in the league. She faces first.
Hope Troutwine is working those counts early and attacking these hitters. She likes to go up in the zone, and you can see a lot of swings and miss with her rise ball.
Off speed there just outside to Leach to make it 2-1. The first 2 series saw all 3 teams go 2-2. It had never happened in AUX history before in the first 2 years of it. And there's a chance tonight that it could happen as well. Team Nichols would need to win this game and then lose to Team Allo, and you would have 3 splits. That just shows you, though, how even this entire field of players has been, how well the teams have been drafted. It's been a lot of fun.
A lot of tightly contested matches and games all won by 1 run and a lot of different walk-offs.
Aubrey Leach thought she was at first with a walk, but instead it's a backwards K.
And Aubrey Leach is one of the most disciplined athletes at the plate, and sees that pitch on the outside corner and feels like she has to lean for it, and feels like she got the ball for her, but that's strikeout 1 on the day.
And Alchin is hit by that pitch, the first pitch she sees from Troutwine, so she is on with a hit by pitch. 8 points for Alchin on the leaderboard.
Number 29, Tori Vidalis.
you have the shields, like the elbow guard when you were playing? Did you wear one?
Later in my career, early in the career, those things didn't even exist.
Long run in left field, caught by Zirkle. I wasn't sure, but I mean, it's a big part of the game now.
Absolutely, and as an athlete or as a hitter in the plate, you can get a little bit more comfy. You can get on the plate. I'm going to challenge a pitcher if I have an arm guard and if I have leg guard and I'm geared up. Go head to head.
I feel like you can tell the players who have worn them for years because they're so confident when the ball is coming for one of those protectors that they don't need to move. Jessie Warren has been hit by more pitches than anybody this season, 6 of them. She wears that elbow guard, but somehow I think they've missed it on most occasions. Three medals on the line tonight and a defensive MVP, and gotta think you might be looking at her at the plate right now in Jessie Warren. We'll see. There's been a lot of great defense this entire season, but Warren is always one that comes to mind. Defensive MVP, Defensive Player of the Year last year in the championship season and AUX. Underneath this one, Zirkle over again, but Nichols calls her off, and a nice first inning there for Hope Troutwine. The hit by pitch, the only blemish. Zirkle coming to the plate, and Bubba Nichols as well. For Team Masson at the plate in the top of the first. Team Nichols coming to the dish. We'll get our first look at Bubba Nichols as she tries to make her push for that top spot. She is in the 3-hole, though, in front of Morgan Zirkle, or behind Morgan Zirkle and Sydney McKinney. Keep an eye out for Haley Lee as well on a 4-game hit streak. She's got a ton of power, and as Natasha mentioned off the top of the show, it's going to take those teammates having big nights as well as these top 4 chasing that AUX champion spot, because you're going to have to win games tonight if you want to be crowned champion. Morgan Zirkle and Sydney McKinney, 2 of the best hitters in the league. McKinney leads the league in average. Zirkle not far behind her as far as where she is in the leaderboard of averages. There's Mariah Masson calling her own name, a first-time captain trying to lead her team to a 3-1 weekend. Leads the league with a 1.93 ERA.
Yeah, what's been so impressive with Mariah Masson is her control, her command of her pitches, also the ability to change speeds, and hitters have just been so off balance facing her these last couple of series.
It's held hitters to a 234 average against her, 2-1 record, 29 innings pitched for Masson on the season. Has not been a big strikeout pitcher, but let her defenses work for her, and they have. Here's Vidalis trying to do so. Mishandled it, and Zirkle burning down the first baseline. Probably going to be an error on Tori Vidalis.
And Masson doing exactly what she wants, is inducing a lot of ground balls, so going to be key for Team Masson to take care of the ball, but that Zirkle speed will get you.
Wow, that was a close play. Zirkle on first for Sydney McKinney. 2 games tonight on her former field as a Wichita State Shocker, and she has felt right at home, hitting .536 this season, 15 hits. Both lead the league and has not struck out all season long, which is the craziest part about it.
And just such a hard out. I mean, her ability to put the ball in play is very impressive. I mean, her bat to ball, she's short to contact, very disciplined at the plate, and also aggressive at the same time.
Masson wanted that pitch going to Jordan Roberts behind the plate. Instead, it's 2-1. McKinney, hard hit ball, quick flip, Filler turns off a back foot, not going to get Sydney McKinney on the double play, but they do get circle.
And if you take a look at Filler, she knows right off the bat that she's got to get to second, but just great communication of getting to the bag and ensuring that first out. But she knows the speed of the runner and is trying to throw on the fadeaway there, but McKinney has got the speed as well.
Circle and McKinney, so tough at the top of the order. Bubba Nichols does have one thing to work with. It's McKinney at first base with one out. Bubba chasing 3 players ahead of her, but it wouldn't take much to jump up into that second spot. Just 24 points behind Mariah Masson, who's in the circle. Bubba hitting just .235, but has 5 home runs, and that one didn't feel good.
It's kind of interesting. It was up in the zone, and it looked like she got that off of her leg, off her thigh. And those never feel good.
She's got a long night ahead of her, so hopefully doesn't linger too long. There's the top 5. Nichols in 4th, Masson in 2nd. Both of them chasing Jocelyn Allo. 1-2 from Masson. Nichols fouls it out of play. Almost out of play. Masson and Vidalis to catch Allo. They're both on the same team. You would think they need to win this game, without a doubt. There's Bubba Nichols could definitely use a win, but if she has a good game individually, she could still close that gap. Warren trying to turn 2, and they do. What a play by Jessie Warren off her back foot, combining with Andrea Filler. I did say she had to be the front runner for defensive MVP, right?
She is trying to make that defensive player of the year, that 5-4-3 double play.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Koch Industries. Some great shots from what has been an incredible AUX season here in Wichita, Kansas. Jade Hewitt and her team always coming up with the best moments from Athletes Unlimited. Got to stay cool. Hopefully that's some ice cream in there. Got to stay cool toward the top of the bleachers. If you're new to Athletes Unlimited, this is how AUX works. There's 42 players here. They're divided up into 3 teams, which are drafted after every series. It's those top 3 on the leaderboard that get to captain their teams and draft. Just 18 games in this condensed season, combined, consisting, I should say, of 3 different series. And tonight we crown a champion here at Wilkins Stadium. As you see on the campus of Wichita State University, has been an incredible host. Just 2 games remain. We're in the 2nd inning here. 20 inning win points on the line. They are big ones, as tight as it is at the top of the leaderboard. Hope Troutwine in her 2nd inning of work. Kind of complete opposites. You talked about it. Troutwine goes up in the zone. We saw her with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Masson typically down in the zone. Everything that was put in play off her was on the ground. Roberts sends that one into center field for a base hit. First hit for either team tonight. Gives Andrea Filler her first opportunity in the 6th spot in this order. Takes that pitch for ball 1. Curious to see how much small ball we see tonight, too, if these captains are a little bit stingier trying to get across some runs early.
Well, I was actually thinking at this point in the season, you know, incorporating a little small ball, but now everybody's comfortable in seeing it.
Yeah, Andrea Filler said no need. I'm going to put this one off the base of the wall. Ends up being a long single. I love when I tee you up on something and then somebody just smokes one off the wall.
Well, Filler says, absolutely not. I am not going to do any small ball. I'm just going to take care of this ball myself on this inner half and this hitter's count. And takes it deep, and we've got 2 runners on for Team Maison.
Big chance here for the captain, Mariah Masson. Pops it up on the infield. A lot of sun out here, and a nice shot by Delaney Wiz, calling off Kelsey Stewart Hunter late in making the play for out number 1. Mariah Masson has hit a little bit this weekend as a captain, which I don't think surprises us a ton. And then tonight, it's a big chance for her to climb the leaderboard even further. We saw Rachel Garcia as a 2-way player last year be crowned AUX champion. Megan Wiggins fouls this away. We've seen Odyssey Alexander, who's somewhat of a 2-way as well at this pro level, and Alicia Ocasio.
Well, I love when the 2-ways are captains and they actually choose themselves and they place themselves in the lineup, allowing them to get a couple more points on the other side of the plate. I mean, you know, when the other people are captains and may not be the case, they may just be pitching. And so I love when it's like, hey, I'm betting on myself tonight.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you get to see people who haven't been captains if they'll do anything a little bit different. Masson has not hit a lot when she has not been captain. Has a few at-bats, but no doubt putting herself in the lineup tonight. She was a great hitter at Oregon State, leading them to the Women's College World Series in 2022. There's Tori Vidalis to Masson's left and Jessie Warren in front of her. A 3-1 count here for Megan Wiggins against Troutwine. Have to be careful with the veteran Wiggins. Outside ball 4. 10 points for her, and now the base is loaded for another very dangerous bat. And you go from 14 years as a pro in Wiggins on first to a rookie in Kaylee Harding. Harding 3 doubles, second in the league. Has 1 home run, has driven in 8 runs. Huge chance early in this game. What are you looking for as a hitter right now, knowing that Troutwine's in some danger with just 1 out?
Well, she's been aggressive early in the count, and I think you can err on being aggressive. She's pretty much around the plate. She's pretty consistent. So if I'm Harding, I'm looking for something that I can elevate, that I can get to the green. Less than 2 outs right now.
Troutwine misses down and in. Back-to-back singles to lead off this inning, then the pop-up from Masson and the walk from Wiggins, and Troutwine falls behind 2-0.
We talked about the difference between Wiggins and Harding a rookie, but I feel like Harding, I mean, the way that she approaches her bat, she's a pro hitter.
Oh, man. Crushes it deep to left field, and it is fair! A grand slam by Kaylee Harding. That's that pro approach you're talking about right there. Wow!
Well, just right on cue. I mean, she must have heard me talking about her being a pro hitter. I mean, this right here, I mean, right off the bat, she knows this is out of here. This is a 2-0 pitch, and in the 2-0 pitch, hitters count. Absolutely be aggressive, swing big.
Her teammate Tori Vidalis hit a grand slam on Sunday, and now here's Harding 2 days later, giving her team a huge boost, not just for the 20-inning win points that are on the line, but the game as a whole. Aubrey Leach now on the top of this order, still just 1 out. Leach slaps it into left field. She just makes it look easy.
Makes it look so easy. Just putting on a clinic on how to be a triple threat. I mean, it's amazing how many different ways she can get on base. She can stand in and hit. And here, right after a grand slam, she's just a little tap and go, a little bat control. Takes it to the left side. Picks up a hit on the day.
How do you train that back control as a lefty?
Reps, a lot of reps. Hitting off of a tee, hitting off of front toss, but you always want to make sure every time you're hitting with intention. You want to try to make sure you're hitting and hit a target, purposeful with where you're putting the ball, and you can go left side, right side. I'm sure if we asked her to go right side right now, she'd be able to do that as well.
I think we might have a quick pitching change here. Bubba Nichols can't afford for this to get too far out of hand. Maybe not. Came in and talked to Hope Troutwine, and now it looks like we won't have a change. Let's go to Savannah, who has Kaylee Harding.
The grand slam hitter today, Kaylee Harding. Kaylee, stepping into that at bat, just trying to find yourself. What was your mentality to be able to put your team on the board?
Yeah, I would say just getting a good pitch to hit. Obviously, I haven't been feeling like myself. Haven't been seeing the ball very well lately, and just looking down at first base, Wiggins, just like see a pitch, like you got this, just be confident, and luckily it came.
I'd say you saw it well that time. Thanks, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Surrounded by veterans on this Team Masson team, and Kaylee Harding having a nice start to her pro career, and her expectations are even higher, but she's had a pretty good AUX season. Now Tori Vidalis, and this is one who can push up the leaderboard. In the third spot right now, but just 12 points behind her captain, Mariah Masson.
You gotta love that team component. Harding talking about Wiggins saying, hey, you got this, and Wiggins drawing that big walk, and if I'm Harding, I'm stepping up to the plate, going big, swinging big, and doing exactly that, leaning on my teammates.
Alice takes back-to-back strikes there to fall behind 1-2. Tori 3 for 3, a grand slam and 6 RBIs in their win over Team Alo on Sunday. Also picked up MVP 1, which was worth 60 points. Leach takes second base. That's 10 points for Aubrey on the stolen base.
And Aubrey Leach just gets such a big jump here. You can see her take a look in and see where the ball is. If the ball was put in play, it goes in head first.
In scoring position for Vidalis. Up and in, ball 3. Extra bases would put Tori into second place. Stays alive. We're talking about Sydney McKinney not striking out. Tori Vidalis has just 1. And that's from a power hitter with 4 doubles, 3 home runs, and 14 RBIs. The doubles and RBIs lead the league. Sits on the off speed. We do retire her, Billy Andrews, at shortstop to end the inning. The big swing, though, from the rookie, Kaylee Harding out of Florida State, trying to help out her captain on the leaderboard. Look at that swing. Absolutely crushed it over the left field wall. Four 4-0, Team Masson in line to pick up 20-inning win points, barring a big inning from Team Nichols, thanks to that Kaylee Harding grand slam. Mariah Masson back in the circle trying to put up a 0, and we'll get plenty of help over at third base from Jessie Warren out of Florida State. 2023 AUX and championship season defensive MVP and player of the year. We've got Jessie mic'd up on the field. Last day of the season, Jessie, what's it like as a player?
Bittersweet. I mean, I'm sad that it's almost over. I mean, we got, 6 innings left and then one more game after ours. And then on to OKC for team camp with USA. So not really much of a break, but super thankful to be out here and be able to play and after such a long off season. Yeah, Raya.
Life of a pro, Jessie.
Yeah.
Tell me, pre-pitch defensively, what are you thinking? Someone like Delaney Wiz?
Yeah,
What are you
so
thinking?
power hitter, typically power pull too. She can spray a little bit, but I'd rather get beat in front than get beat behind. So I play third base like a shortstop a lot. Give respect to these hitters. They can all hit the ball pretty hard, so don't want to get one knocked down my throat, even though I have quick reflexes. But yeah, I got to give Delaney some respect and play behind the bag a little bit.
Did you play shortstop growing up?
I did. I was a shortstop and a catcher.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You go get.
So
Attack
Jessie,
right now.
my highlight reel for you is that Washington play, College World Series. Do you just dream about that every single day?
Gosh. I loved that whole week, that whole time. That whole week was just so special. That team was so special, and I think that play really brought out who I was as a defender. I mean, I made those plays in practice all the time, but the fact that, you know, ESPN was able to showcase it as much as they did was amazing, and really helped me build my brand a little bit with who I am on the defensive side of on this side of the ball.
Yeah. What's your dream play? Is that it? That college play?
I really like, hey, you go get right here. Work with Jordan. Hey, little ground ball right here. Me and you, Phil. I love backhand stuff. So anything down the line, I love just being able to lay out down the line, get on my knees, and throw somebody out.
How'd you train it? How'd you get to this point in your career being the defensive player you are?
Just a lot of off-season like glove work. I do a lot of tennis balls off the wall. Just fungo. Just your normal, 5'6". Just your normal everyday, you know, reps that you get on the field with your coach or whoever it is that's hitting for us. We have to find people in the off-season because, you know, we don't all live by each other, so it's really hard to train. But just, I worked at Next Level Training in Tampa, and Lexi Carroll, who works there, was, Next pitch. Lexi Carroll, who works there, was really kind enough to throw me BP, hit me ground balls, and do a lot of things for me in the off-season to keep my physique and keep my defense.
You have like a weird drill?
I don't really do a lot of just a lot of balls off the wall, tennis ball. I play wall ball with my lessons a lot, and just working no glove and just my hands. But other than that, just reps, repetition. Hey, you go get right here, Raya. Little ground ball right here. Feed me 6-0. Yeah, Phil. Great pitch, Rye.
So how about the double play you made last inning? Walk us through that.
Yeah, good job. Again, I play behind the bag, so those power hitters, Bubba she's a spray hitter. I consider her a spray hitter, but she'll come down the line a lot, like Nadia as well. Nadia will come 5'6", third base a lot, left side. So just giving them the respect that they deserve because they are such great hitters and have so much power. But I don't know, I just read the ball off the bat really well. I read angles of bat to ball, and even like when pitchers are taking, or sorry, when hitters are taking pitches, just like my 1-2 step into Raya's pitch, I can always kind of see if they were to make contact with the ball, where it would go.
Yeah, that's very key as a defender, and I want all little kids to hear that at home is just, you know, your pre-pitch preparation, your walk-up.
Play it! You got time! Atta baby. Hey, good job. Way to have me.
Also, to talk about your glove care. Your glove is like picture perfect. I'm just staring at it from over here.
Yes, I love my glove. I take care of it really well. She's actually retiring after this game. This is her last game.
Does she have a name?
This is Cosmo and Wanda. Anybody? But yeah, she's retiring. I have another one in the dugout that I'm getting prepped for camp starting tomorrow. And then I'll use that one during champ season in Chicago.
How long does it take you to prep a glove?
I like my gloves pretty stiff. I'm not like a person who likes a really loose glove. So typically like a week to 2 weeks, but I just started breaking that glove in the dugout in last week, and it'll be ready by tomorrow.
Why do you like it that way? Is there something just from a fielding standpoint that works better for you?
Say that again?
Why do you like your glove, a little less broken in?
I don't know, because I don't close my glove around the ball. I'm more of, ball's gonna go in. Yeah, Phil, go in, and then I'm just not closing and just transferring out into my hand. Great job.
Jesse, we appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesse Warren amid the action. Their team just picked up 20 inning win points. They lead 4-0. Masson after that 4 spot in the top of the second. They're coming back to the plate looking for more, but they'll have to do so off a new pitcher and the veteran Kaylani Ricketts out of Oklahoma. Her best series of the season was Series 2, a 1.56 ERA with 7 strikeouts and 9 innings pitched. She made 2 starts in the second series. An ERA this season of 3.27, and you know her well. What makes her so special?
She keeps the ball down. She keeps the ball down, and she mixes in that changeup. And I love her intimidation factor. She's tall, her height. Also, too, I love that she'll go into righties. She has no fear. Not a lot of lefties will go into righties with that drop ball, and so that makes her super dangerous.
Working with another Sooner behind the plate, and Haley Lee as they go after Jesse Warren here. Kaylani takes a little something off for ball 1. There's Mariah Masson over in the dugout and moved up just a little bit as she starts to creep toward Jocelyn Allo at the top of the leaderboard. It's down to just 126 points that Masson is trailing Allo. Nichols still in 4th. Dallas in there as well. She'll need to do something big at the plate. But they're in a great spot with regards to this win. There's 120 win points on the line in every game. 10 for every inning and 50 for the game as a whole. Warren again sends that one into the stands foul. Still just a 1-2 count. Warren slow roller over to McKinney. It's second, 1 out. Get closer to the action with your free Unlimited Club membership. Vote on game MVPs, compete in the AU Fantasy League for exclusive prizes and more. Sign up now at auprosoftball.com. The fans have braved the heat. There's about 97 at first pitch. It's down to 93, so it's really just a beautiful, nice, cool day here in Wichita. As Jordan Roberts has a base hit right out of the gates of her at bat. 2 singles for Roberts. I mean, this is tough for Team Nichols. I mean, the first game of these doubleheaders this week in particular, because the temperatures have been so high, feels super important because it seems like teams a little bit have ran out of gas in that second game.
Yeah, and this heat, it's a factor. I mean, it's hard to stay up energy-wise, so you kind of got to try to sustain throughout both games. And that day that you have a doubleheader, it's the mental part that's really the hardest part, is to kind of push through and be strong through the heat and through 2 games.
See if Team Nichols has a comeback in them, but first have to get out of this inning. 1 out, 1 on for Andrea Filler. She had a single and scored as well on that grand slam by Harding. Filler top 12 on the leaderboard. Is down. That's what Kaylani Ricketts is trying to figure out. Where did that miss? Ends up being ball 2. Two-1 to Filler. Again, the off speed, and that is in there for a strike.
Just such a beautiful pitch. That's her changeup on the inner half, and just catches so many hitters off guard.
Thrown it more, it seems like, this season. We've seen from her in the past. That's just kind of something all the pitchers have done. That changeup, whether they've got one or not, or have had one in the past, they've developed it. Because you just have to have it in this league.
With these hitters, you've got to create it towards the end of the season if you didn't have it before.
Just over Wiz and down the left field line. Roberts holds up at second. Roberts and Filler, 4 for 4. Worked out pretty good last time they went back-to-back singles. And another big chance for Mariah Masson.
Yeah, and Filler just doing such a good job of just attacking this pitch on the inner half and driving it down the line, and that's almost down towards her ankles, and does a good job of dropping her bat barrel and turning on it.
Filler might have 2 doubles if it weren't for the fact that they've both gone to left field and she's had a runner in front of her. They've had to be a little careful trying for third, but I think Filler, if she was alone, would have had an extra base on each, as Kayla Kowalik will run at second base for Jordan Roberts. Here's Masson, 126 points behind Jocelyn Allo at the top spot. 2 on, big opportunity here for the captain. She takes the first pitch from Ricketts. Masson won 70 games in her Oregon State career in the circle and hit .327 with 21 home runs in her career. Looking for her first hit, tough play here. Stewart goes to second. They get the force out for out number 2. Kowalik up to third, Masson now on first base. The last chance is Megan Wiggins, who walked and scored in her first trip to the plate. 6 hits to 0 for Team Masson. Keep seeing that change up first pitch, too.
And this time around, Ricketts knows that most of these hitters are used to her speed, and so she's got to throw that changeup and throwing it early and catching off aggressive Wiggins, who's swinging first pitch.
We talk about the importance of winning and the fact that sometimes when you look at Athletes Unlimited and you see the leaderboard, you think it's individual. Megan Wiggins is the perfect example of how important winning is, because her best statistical years have been her worst finishes on the leaderboard. And then this year she's hitting a .118 on the season, and she's in the top 20. In 15th place on the leaderboard right now. Had years where she's hit over 300 and not been close to the top 20. Outside on the 1-2 count. Got her looking. Wiggins didn't like it, but that'll do it for the inning as Ricketts strands a pair on the bases. Team Nichols got to find the offense, though, still trailing by 4.
I'm Sergeant Murphy with the 139th Airlift Wing. The Air National Guard's motto is always ready, always there. We're proud to partner with Athletes Unlimited players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Now let's find out who climbed their way up the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of Air National Guard's Mover of the Series.
It is Jordan Roberts this series, up 14 spots here in Series 3. Way to catch fire at the end of the season.
Absolutely, and sometimes all it takes is just that one at-bat, that everything just comes together, and Jordan Roberts getting some great at-bats here towards the end, and it could be some small tweaks, whether it be your stride, your timing, your elbow higher, whatever that small tweak is, it's something that clicks, and she's been red hot.
Could you feel those tweaks as your career went on, or did sometimes it have to come from a teammate or a coach still?
Towards the end of your career, I mean, you start to watch video and you can see yourself, and when you can see yourself, I think those are the times that it clicked the most, and sometimes you feel it, and sometimes you just got to see it for yourself to make those adjustments.
Roberts talking to Kelsey Stewart-Hunter at the plate. Stewart Hunter finishing up her time here in Wichita as well. Another Wichita native, one of 3 in this AUX field. Just misses for Masson. Wanted that call on the 0-2 count. Slow roller left side, Aubrey Leach. 1 out. Let's go to Savannah with more on Mariah Masson.
Mariah is having the best season of her AU Pro Softball career. She came into today with a 1.93 ERA. She's never been below 3 before this season. And a lot of that is a tribute to how she's been able to mix up her pitches. She added one in the offseason, the changeup that we talked about today that's been so important. She never threw it in college, really worked on developing that pitch to have it, but it has made her so dynamic. And the batters that have faced her, they've talked about how she is just constantly changing up what they're going to see next, and it's made her so tough to hit.
Yeah, has really started to come on as one of the best pitchers in the league on a consistent basis. This isn't just a flash in the pan. We've seen this from her over the last couple of years.
Just even thinking about her during her college career, not even having a changeup and being so dynamic, that I thought she was dynamic then, but being able to add that off speed. And, you know, as a pro athlete, you're starting to extend your career, starting to grow, and she's realizing to face these pro hitters, you got to mix it up a little bit more.
Just got Billy Andrews quickly there, so 2 up, 2 down for Masson as she turns the lineup over. And now we'll see the top of the order for the 2nd time. Morgan Circle 0 for 1, reached on an error by Vidalis to start the game. Fouls that first pitch off. Gotta be a busy summer for Morgan Zirkle, especially between now and the championship season, trying to get Marshall ready and continue to recruit for the future. The transfer portal's changed that a little bit because not only are you building your team 2, 3, 4 years down the road, now you're building it for next season too. Going to get out of play for strike 2.
Yeah, I'm curious how much in the portal that she has to comb through on the off days. I mean, you've got to be recruiting, and a lot of these coaches are, I mean, a lot of these athletes here are coaches, and so they've got to be on phone calls with recruits and lining up the athletes that they want to see once they leave here.
1-2, and Masson just cannot get that spot.
Well, if you notice, for both Ricketts and Maison, umpires not giving that outside corner to lefties, and a lot of the lefties taking note, not swinging.
It's ripped at Vidalis, and very similar to the first time, but that time Tori takes care of it. Mariah Masson has retired 6 straight. Jessie Warren had her walk-off as a captain in Series 2. There's some big swings in this lineup for Team Masson this week. Tori Vidalis had a walk-off in Series 2 as well. And Tori had the grand slam on Sunday. We've seen a little bit of everything. They're both on the same team this week in the 3 and 4 hole for Mariah Masson. And then there's Kaylee Harding, who's leading this inning off, and she had a grand slam earlier in this game.
Just so many close games, and Vidalis, that walk-off home run that she had was the answer to Nadia Taylor tying up the game, and just so many great memories, and that's what it's all about. I mean, as an athlete, it's the memories that you're creating, and those are the moments that they're going to remember.
Off speed from Ricketts for strike 1. First look at Harding. She'll remember this swing.
Just a beautiful swing and a perfect count to do it in, a 2-0 count. You're looking for something that you can drive. You want to be aggressive, and she swings big.
This time a ground ball. Andrews takes care of Harding for the first out. actually. Was dropped at first, so Harding is actually on right now.
Take a look at Kelsey Hunter-Stewart. That's much unlike her and very uncharacteristic for her to not finish that play, and she's not happy with herself, and she knows she needs to catch that.
This feels like most of those moments, whether it's not getting a strike call on strike 3 or an error, have turned into big innings, and Team Nichols is already in a tough spot here. Now it's the top of the order. Leach swings through it. She's down 0-2. Eight-game hit streak for Aubrey Leach. Single and a stolen base in this game, and swings through that pitch. That is rare right there. Aubrey Leach goes down on 3 strikes.
And Ricketts is such a hard pitcher to try to slap off of, and if you can see Aubrey Leach, she's on top of everything. Ricketts' ball just has such a heavy drop, and anything you might want to just try to stand in and just try to let your eyes settle and put bat on ball.
Jadalyn Alchin right back to Ricketts. Quick turn here, and Alchin has some serious wheels, but they get her. Ricketts, Andrews, Stewart, Hunter. Kaylani does go 1, 2, 3.
And Ricketts just gets rid of this ball so quick. That 1, 6, 3 double play.
More rollover inning points, 20 on the line here in the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 Team Masson with Team Nichols coming to the plate. Let's go into the game now with the U.S. Air Force and the captain, Bubba Nichols.
It's kind of all or nothing. Like, she's like, will swing 110% or drop a bunt. No slap.
Line on her like most of them, or
No.
just straight up? Okay.
I would say straight up, because she's pull.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. No. Here we go. Let's go!
That was my thigh. It has a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna have Kaylani just come in. But I just want to see, I don't know if she's ready. We're just gonna get 3 this inning, and then we'll rotate the next inning. Okay. Let's do it! Yeah!
I love the scouting that these players do in season 2, and you heard them talking in the outfield about defensive positioning. I love that.
And this is week 3. I mean, we've already seen all these athletes, but the constant communication, and that's what's needed. I mean, as a young athlete, being able to hear that they're still talking about where to play these athletes, even though they've seen them time and time and again. It's next level.
Rare for Sydney McKinney to be 0 for 2. She goes down on 1 pitch right there. Masson has now retired 7 straight in this Team Nichols order. Here is Bubba. Big top 4 matchup right here between Bubba Nichols and Mariah Masson. First pitch inside corner, strike 1. Nichols 0 for 1, grounded into a double play back in the 1st inning. Now a 1-1 count. She is 32 points behind Tori Vidalis in 3rd place. 84 behind Masson in 2nd. This is right at Leach, and there's 2 outs. Masson saw Aubrey Leach there at shortstop. Jessie Warren over at 3rd base. Megan Wiggins was a captain in Series 1. There's a lot of experience from a captain's perspective. Diving stop by Filler. Throw not in time to get whiz. It's an infield single with 2 outs.
And Filler just has such a great read on this. You can see right off the ball, when the ball is put in play, she has a great step, dives for that, and knows that she's got to get that throw off. But just what a great angle that she takes for that and lays out.
Haley Lee's first pitch is fouled away. Lee, 1 home run, a couple doubles as well. 3 RBIs as she falls behind 0-2. Inning win points on the line. Masson can put up a 0. It'll become 30 when we go to the 5th inning. That's outside. One, two, up. Lose her balance?
She was losing her balance, Maison. If in that last pitch windup, she can catch herself losing her balance, was trying to catch it, but she had to complete the pitch because she had already presented the ball. But her facial expression.
Lee, hard hit to Filler. And that'll do it. 2-out single, but Masson puts another 0 up. 30 inning win points on the line. Tori Vidalis leads off. She's in the 3rd spot, and man, has she had some big moments here at AUX.
Number 29, Tori Vidalis.
Winning Athletes Unlimited would be incredible. I feel like there's been so many incredibly talented champions, not just in softball, but across the league.
A grand slam!
Let's go!
To be known as one of the best, you are on top. You can never have that taken away from you, and the medal's not too bad.
There have been some big stars who have done it. Tori Vidalis hoping to join them. Look at the last 5 games. A 500 batting average, 5 extra base hits, 2 home runs. One of them was a grand slam. And tied the single game record with 6 RBIs on Sunday in their win over Team Alo. She has just been spectacular.
She's been so clutch at the plate. I mean, she's just so solid. I mean, a true veteran, all of her at-bats. I mean, every single time she steps into the box, you feel like she can get it done with one swing.
She talks about, if you're at the top, you are literally the best of the best. When you look at the past champions, there's been 6 softball champions, 2 in AUX, 4 in the championship season. They're all superstars. Kat Osterman, Alicia Ocasio, Danielle O'Toole, Deja Mulipola, Rachel Garcia, and Odyssey Alexander. I mean, there's not a name in there that you're kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah, not any shabby names that you just called. And I liked what she said is it's something that can't be taken away from you. You get that crown champion, and you get to be called that for the rest of time and go in the record books.
2-1 count against Kaylani Ricketts. Off speed, Tori tries to stay with it, but not enough to get through the hole, and there's one away.
The next batter for Tia Masson is playing third base tonight from Florida State, number 30.
Kaylani Ricketts gave up a couple singles right out of the gates when she came in relief in the 3rd inning, but since then has really locked it down, has retired 5 straight, really 6 straight as Wiz scoops it up with a backhand. Nice play to retire Warren. Jessie talking about how she loves the backhand play defensively, and Wiz retires her on one.
Yeah, if you want to talk about next level play right there, I mean, just the glove work from Delaney Wiz of just being able to field from the ground up. If you just take a look at her glove and she just trusts her glove and doesn't do too much, doesn't swat at it, makes a great play.
Jessie talking about retiring her glove after tonight, I guess. How long did you use a single glove? Like, how long before you switched it up?
It just depended. If it was during the summertime, I would go a little bit shorter because if it was humid, it gets a little bit sweaty. I would use it a little bit shorter, maybe a couple of months.
Just out of reach for Morgan Zirkle. So you're talking, I mean, multiple in a season then.
Multiple in the season. During a college season, I mean, you're playing in cooler weather, probably would go through one a season. You probably, you know, I would say maybe 3 to 4 months you would use a glove. Sometimes when it starts to get too floppy and it doesn't keep its mold, it's time to retire it.
Ronnie Ricketts gets Roberts on the changeup.
And that Ricketts changeup. This 1-1 count. Again, the placement on it. Just another hat trick.
Now a 1-2. Trying to go 1-2-3 in back-to-back innings. Unconventionally, last inning, got that double play of Jadalyn Alchin, which I can't imagine how many times Jadalyn Alchin's been doubled up on a ground ball, but it cannot be many because she is wicked fast. Roberts spins this one out in front of the plate. Tough play there, and Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, who dropped an easy one earlier, makes up for it right there. What a scoop.
And Kelsey Stewart-Hunter says, I need to redeem myself. I am going to hold on to this one. Out number 3.
We have our Pedialyte popsicles because it's really hot outside today. So hydrate up, girls. Hydrate or dihydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate. 114, 114 degrees.
Are you getting the breeze?
What's one thing in college that you worked on like a lot?
Fun.
So the hitting side of things?
Yeah.
Sun's this way. Have a day, communicate, good vibes, 120, 120, 120, blue on 3, 1, 2, 3, blue.
Gotta be one of the best selfies of all time with that high-level camera.
You're right. That was a high-definition camera that they took the selfie with, and Jessie Warren just having so much fun. Like, she seems like such a fun teammate.
30 inning win points on the line here. One swing of the bat could do it for Team Nichols. We were talking in the break a couple innings ago. Bubba needs something to happen right now. Still has another game tonight, but don't necessarily want to have to make up 220 or more points in one game. And to do that against Jocelyn Allo, who's been really tough to get out this year, is going to be difficult anyway. There's Bubba. Trying to get set up for the mic'd up, I think. Yep. Yeah. Zone misses up top to Nadia Taylor. Nadia 0 for 1 with a ground out. Down and in for strike 2. Masson's best finish was 34th in the championship season last year. There's 60 players in the championship season, so right at about that midway mark, but she will be significantly higher. This will be a career best season of Athletes Unlimited for her. And you see her line, just 1 hit allowed through 4 innings of work as Nadia continues to foul them off. Restock on softballs here. Two. Nadia got some great pop on that for that kind of a swing, but it is lined out to Harding for out number 1. Masson has retired 10 of the last 11. And now faces Riley West, who grounded out her first time up, shows bunt and pulls back, ball 1.
And I like that. I mean, show bunt. I mean, just keep the defense honest. You saw, or we heard Jessie Warren actually tell us, you know, I'm going to play back here, and especially on someone like Riley West, and let her beat me up front. So take what the defense gives you.
West jumps ahead 2-0. She's just 2 for 18 on the season from Eastvale, California, but played her college ball at Tennessee. Had a career year to finish as a senior this year. 343 average, 13 home runs, 39 RBIs. Still looking for her first extra base hit as a pro. Another foul ball, and it's 2-2.
Riley West just trying to figure out the strike zone and asking the umpire, is that a ball or a strike? Trying to figure out the balls that she should be going after, if that was too far off the plate.
I just love it. The veteran hitters, especially the McClennies and the Zirkles, and feel like they know the strike zone. So if you ever see them upset at a strikeout looking, you feel like, okay, they probably know. Nice at bat there from Riley West to draw the one-out walk. Be sure to follow AU Pro Softball on your favorite social media platforms like that fan right there, and stay up to date with all the great content featuring your favorite players, including highlights, mic'd ups, the hot seat, behind the scenes action, and more. Search at AU Pro Sports today. Not sure if my phone would even work right now. It's so hot. I think it's just overheated. Stuart Hunter paints the line. That's a fair ball. West rounds third. They're going to send her home. There's a big run right here. Riley West comes across to win the inning points. 30 of them for everybody on Team Nichols. That is huge for the captain, Bubba Nichols.
And Kelsey Stewart Hunter just feeding off of Riley West's big at-bat and just taking this pitch down the line. And you can see once that ball is hit down the line, that West does not even hesitate, scores all the way from first. Kelsey's pumped up. It's a big hit right there.
Not only the 30-inning win points that'll be calculated after the 5th inning comes to a close for everyone on Team Nichols, but also Mariah Masson loses 10 points for that earned run against her. But I think we might have a challenge of a fair or foul ball here. There's some issues with the mic. And they did challenge it before we even knew it, and it's upheld, and so the run stands.
Yeah, if you can take a look, Jessie Warren is playing up the line, and this one gets past her, and those are the ones that she says that she wants to backhand and dive for. But if you can take a look at where she's playing way off the line, and you know, that's a really hard thing to do as a lefty hitter, hitting it hard down the line like that. So Jessie Warren just taking her chances and playing with the percentages.
Gave that a chase. Thought she might just open the gate and run out and grab it, but playing back for Billy Andrews, the power hitter out of Nebraska in the 9-hole, flew out to left field her first time up. Watches that down and in, ball one. One from Masson. Look at Andrews laying down the bunt. Has some speed as well, and she's safe. Could this be the inning that Team Nichols really turns it around?
Take a look at where Jessie Warren is playing, and she is clearly staying back, and just a heads up by Billie Andrews to put that ball in play, put a little pressure on defense. Runners on first and third.
Back to the top of the order, Morgan Zirkle, who's got to be feeling like she's due right now. 0 for 2 tonight. Watches that pitch for a ball. Zirkle swings through it. Andrews will take second base. 2 in scoring position now for Morgan Zirkle. Still just 1 out. A walk, a double, and a bunt single in the last 3 batters. Zirkle spins it foul for strike 2, and this little stretch comes after 10 of 11 were retired by Masson. Mariah just 108 points behind Jocelyn Allo, but those earned runs on the bases and the one that already came across could really cost her. And then Bubba Nichols is just 32 points out of 3rd place. So winning this inning like she has will take her up to 2 points out of 3rd place and potentially less if she can get to the plate here. She's in the hole right now. Zirkle ground ball, that is foul. Almost identical.
And you can feel that that Jessie Warren's like, nope, that one's foul.
Would have definitely scored 2 runs. A tying run at the plate. Zirkle has 1 home run on the season, has driven in 3 runs. 2-2, hits this hard into right field. Harding can't get to it, bounces off the wall. Zirkle into second. It's a 2 RBI double for Morgan Zirkle, and we've got a 1-run game. Team Nichols crawling back.
And Zirkle just doing such a great job of this at bat. Just what a battle, and she wins this battle on this inside pitch. Takes it right center and just drives it. And just her speed, I almost thought that she potentially would go to 3, but Harding makes a good play and playing that off the fence.
Again, that's -20 for Mariah Masson in the circle, so she's going in the wrong direction this inning. Doesn't definitely guarantee that Bubba Nichols will come to the plate in this inning, but certainly makes it likely now that she's on deck with just 1 out. Trying to figure some things out in the circle. Aubrey Leach talking to the facilitator, Josh Trevino, trying to figure out the plan right now. Maddie Penta is warming up in the bullpen. They also have Alyssa Denham and Alex Storako. That's Penta. Coming off an incredible performance her last outing on Sunday. Took a no-hitter into the 6th inning.
Yeah, and as a captain, if you're Maison, like, I want the ball. I don't want to be taken out, and keep me in and let me work my way out of this.
Did McKinney go? Throw down to 3rd. Zirkle saw the defense playing in a little bit of a no man's land.
And if you take a look where Jessie Warren is playing for Sydney McKinney, she's playing way up the line, and then as a base runner, you just got to beat the shortstop, and Zirkle knows if she gets a good jump, she's in there.
McKinney did not go, so it was a 1-0 count, now 1-1 after the foul ball. McKinney looking to become the 2nd player in AUX history to finish the season with a batting average over 500. The other was Vic Hayward with a 512 average in 2022. 1-1 from Masson. McKinney's slow roller, Warren trying to hold Zirkle. Here comes Zirkle! They got her at the plate! The challenge comes in immediately, but Team Masson feeling like they got the outs.
Vidalis just coming up big of getting rid of this ball. But is it a challenge?
She might have missed that tag there at the plate. They do have a challenge on the play.
Zirkle knew right away. She said that she got tagged a little high up. She feels like she got her hand in there, but take a look at her hand and where the glove is. But Roberts on this tag, she goes and she swipes for her as opposed to coming straight down, a vertical tag to home plate. And you see this so often as defenders swiping for the athlete as opposed to going straight up and down, and she's safe.
Big call right there. Not only do they pick up the inning win points, but have tied this game at 4 apiece.
Yeah, take a look at Roberts' tag. When she goes to go reach for Zirkle, she goes to swipe. And Zirkle gets in and sneaks her hand in there, and the tag is applied up high.
Morgan Zirkle knew it right away, and that gives Bubba Nichols an opportunity here in the 5th. Nobody on, 2 outs, but it also maybe just moves her a little closer to that extra at-bat in this game. If they can work through the order in the last couple innings. Nichols takes that at ball 2. A hit or a walk here would guarantee she would jump into 3rd place ahead of Tori Vidalis. Number 2 in the circle, number 4 at the plate on the leaderboard. Masson has 194 points between her and Nichols, or excuse me, has 60 points between her and Nichols. There's 194 points separating Nichols from Alo at the top of the leaderboard. Inside for Bubba Nichols, that is a 10-point walk. So at the end of the inning, when the inning points get calculated, she will jump into 3rd.
Next for Team Nichols is the 3rd baseman from UCLA, number 97, Delaney Wiz.
From one Bruin to the next, Nichols to Wiz. See Bubba there still in 4th, but the 30 will jump her over Tori Vidalis. That pitch is inside for strike 1 to Delaney Wiz. That shot right there you just saw had 3 of your top 4 in it. What a turn here in this 5th inning. Masson in 2nd, Vidalis in 3rd, Nichols in 4th. Alo waiting for game 2 tonight. We also have the Gap Show, Savannah Collins and company getting ready to go out in right field. So we will not leave you tonight. We're on ESPN2 for the next few hours, taking you all the way to the finish line of this AUX season as Wiz fouls that one away 2-2. And hopefully the temperature drops like 10 to 15 degrees at least.
We need that.
Yeah, there's Savannah out there. Outside ball 3.
And you can kind of feel Maison's tempo. She slowed down a little bit before. Earlier in the game, she was working a little bit quicker, but she's not as sharp and losing a couple of pitches. The pitches are running away out of the zone.
This is the tough part because, like you said, if you're Mariah Masson, you're the captain, you want the ball. The trouble now is you are starting to struggle. You've got 2 innings left. There's more points to be had if you win this game versus getting outs as a pitcher, but you are so far behind Jocelyn Allo that you almost need to stay out there. And gets Wiz on the inside corner, didn't like it. That's out number 3. Tough inning for Mariah Masson, but Bubba Nichols has life as she is up into 3rd place on the leaderboard. Massive swing early in this game, the grand slam that put her team up 4. But how about Team Nichols? 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, 30 win points for everybody on Team Nichols, which takes Bubba over Tori Vidalis for the 3rd spot. Masson lost 40 points for the earned run she gave up in that inning, and here's how it started. Not much movement, but you do have the one change. Bubba Nichols started the day in 4th, now in 3rd place ahead of Tori Vidalis. And could see more changes. Bubba's only 24 behind Mariah Masson in 2nd place. If she were to win this game, then we would have quite the showdown in the 2nd game of our doubleheader.
And we talked in the open how important it was to rely on your team, and just relying on your team right there did some big things for Bubba, allowing her to move up a spot on the leaderboard and winning that last inning.
Yeah, Bubba's 0 for 2 at the plate with a walk. But Morgan Zirkle had a 2 RBI double and then scored on that nice slide at home plate. And a grand slam the RBI double from Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, so her team's come up big. And also made a pitching change from Kaylani Ricketts to Peyton Gottschall, the rookie out of Tennessee. How about for Gottschall this season? She's thrown 14 innings, no walks, no hit batters.
Impressive. I mean, she throws a lot of strikes. She pounds the zone. She goes side to side. Not afraid to do her best stuff to hitters.
An awkward play. It was almost like Andrews kind of lost it. Wiz was trying to get there as well, and I think hard to say what happened there.
Well, that was interesting because right off the bat, that looked like that was Andrews' ball. And almost like she almost thought that Delaney Wiz was going to come across, or she almost lost it when Delaney Wiz crossed in front of her.
From our angle, I thought Delaney did get in front of her to block it, but on the replay, it seemed like she hadn't quite made it yet. Interesting play, but a leadoff base runner here. And they ruled that a single for Andrea Filler, which in my estimation would be quite generous, but you're a former shortstop. You giving that a single?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm giving that a single. As a shortstop, I think I should have that. And I think Andrews would agree with me on that one.
Andrea Filler happy. It's 10 points for her. She has 3 singles now. Wiz to second. McKinney on the turn. Safe. Masson beats it out.
Delaney Wiz just doing such a great job in the hot corner, just how she trusts her glove and goes from the ground open. If you look at her at the end, she comes up quick, but Maison gets down the line.
Masson threw 35 pitches in that 5th inning, had thrown just 52 total in the first 4 innings. Came apart a little bit and cost her a lot on the leaderboard. Now Megan Wiggins at the plate. Still a lot of points to play for in this game. 70 points still available between the last 2 innings and the game win. Wiggins down 0-2. That is crafty down the third base line. She is on with a single.
The next batter for Team Masson is the right fielder from Florida State.
And you got to respect Wiggins' power, and Delaney Wiz is playing even with the base. And so with Wiggins' speed, the old vet can still make it down the line and gets down there quick, and Wiz too slow on that play.
Just 1 out, 2 on for Harding. He's reached both times. The second on an air, the first, the grand slam of the left field wall. 1-1 count. Harding from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Started 246 of 251 career games played at Florida State for Lonnie Alameda. 4-time All-ACC. She'll misses ball 3. Is this the grand slam count?
No.
It was a hitter's count, wasn't it?
It was 2-0.
2-0, okay. Gets into this one deep to center field, and all Nichols can do is watch. Harding, a 3-run shot this time. And that's an AUX single game record. 7 RBIs for the rookie, Kaylee Harding.
And Kaylee Harding. Grand slam was a 2-0 hitters count. This one, a 3-1 hitters count. And just goes big. I mean, just her stature. I mean, when you look at her, you're not thinking that she's going to hit power, but she just completely uses her entire body and gets behind that. And this ball is elevated. And right off the bat, you know that is out of here.
Huge swing for Harding. She's got 80 points between those 2 home runs, has driven in 7 runs, an AUX single game record. Team Masson up 7-4 in the top of the 6th inning. And now back to the top of the order. Aubrey Leach in the air, long run for Zirkle.
Kaylee Harding is campaigning for some MVP votes. 2 home runs and grand slam and that home run.
I'm not sure how Kaylee Harding wouldn't be MVP 1 with this kind of night. Leach watches that pitch outside, 1-1. Harding's 2nd and 3rd home runs of her AUX season. Leach smokes that one past Gottschall. Can't believe it. Aubrey was a GA for Peyton Gottschall at Tennessee the last couple of years. It's cruel.
Used to which throwing, and just such an aggressive swing. I mean, stands in on that one, and again, I mean, she's not slapping or running through the box, but great bat control, just is on the money and hits this ball right back up the middle.
Peyton Gottschall replaced Kaylani Ricketts, but they're going to go back to Ricketts now in the circle. With just 1 out and 1 on. And the 2-hole Jadalyn Alchin coming up. Vidalis after that. Some big ABs coming up for Team Masson, leading by 3. A light breeze on a hot day here in Wichita, Kansas to wrap up the AUX season. Team Masson answering with 3 runs in the top of the 6th, and they lead this as Kaylani Ricketts re-enters. Already through 3 innings, gave up just 2 hits and struck out 2. Alchin lays down a bunt. The throw to first, not in time. An infield single on the bunt for Alchin. The throw to third, not in time. Leach is up there. A lot of speed on the base paths right now for Team Masson.
smart decision from Alchin to put this ball in play late, showing that bunt, but just showing off her speed, getting down the line. But if you see Leach never hesitates. She looks back, she sees the play, and just continues on to third.
They're challenging the play at first base that Alchin was safe. I wouldn't be surprised to see her on the move early in the at-bat with Tori Vidalis at the plate.
Challenging that play, but on the replay, almost looks like they may have gotten her.
Ooh, that's close.
It's close. Looks like McKinney does have control of the ball before Alchin hits the bag, and Alchin touches on top of first base, so that takes a little bit of time away.
I think you're right. See if they think it's enough to overturn it.
The runner is safe.
They must not have thought there was enough evidence to overturn that call at first base. So now it's Tori Vidalis, and instead of just one on, there are two on for her, first and third. Is Alchin going here? Is she gonna try and take second?
Definitely should be going here. She's got the wheels, and I would be aggressive here. Try to get some points here.
Vidalis at the plate against Kaylani Ricketts. Second time she's seen Kaylani grounded out to second base in the first meeting. 1-0. Let's see if Alchin does try and go. Stays put. Vidalis into center field. Nichols over. Leach tagging, and she will come across easily. They answer the 4 in the bottom of the 5th with 4 of their own here in the top of the 6th inning. 10 points for Tori Vidalis on the sacrifice fly to put her back into third place. There's Vidalis in the dugout, 2 points ahead of Bubba Nichols in the third spot. Warren gets into this one. That's going to go to the wall. Alchin rounding third, and she is going to come across to score easily. 5 runs in the top of the 6th for Team Masson. A double for Jessie Warren.
Jessie Warren just does a great job. This ball is on the heart of the plate and just drives it up the middle. But if you take a look at the outfield, Bubba Nichols was playing in. The outfield is playing a little bit shallow, and so this ball hit into the gap easily, 2 bases, and easy for Alchin to score on that.
Roberts swings through the off-speed pitch for strike 1 as Kaylani just wants to get out of this any way possible now. Team Nichols down 5 runs. And can't time up that off-speed pitch down 0-2. This game has kind of worked out like perfectly if you're Jocelyn Allo or rooting for her on the leaderboard, just because it's been so spread out. Team Masson hasn't done quite enough to really let their 2 players that were in the top 4 overtake Allo. And Bubba Nichols hasn't done much on her own, and then her team now in danger of losing this game. Allo could end up having a really nice cushion in the final game of the night. 0-2 just misses. Roberts slow roller. Andrews coming on the move. Nice play there by Billy Andrews for out number 3. Nice night for Kaylee Harding.
Kaylee Hard is just coming up clutch in that 9 spot. This 3-1 pitch, she drives it. 3-run home run.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Koch Industries. Some of the moments from the last few weeks here in Wichita. The newcomers, the veterans like Sam Fisher, but they come together for an incredible year. Kaylee Harding right there in the middle of your screen. Couple big-time swings. 7 RBIs for her. A 5 spot in the top of the 6th, and they're in line for 10-inning win points. If the new pitcher, Maddie Penta, can shut things down here in the 6th, and if you're a Team Masson fan, hopefully the 7th as well. Penta 2-1 on the year with a 2.75 ERA, coming off a stellar performance on Sunday. Went 6 innings, allowed just 3 hits and 1 earned run against Team Alo.
Penta, just a good compliment to Maison. She has that velocity. She'll go up and down with more velocity with her rise and her drop. And she also has that changeup as well that she'll rely on, but just a good compliment to come in and relieve Maison.
Lee, Taylor, and West. A lot of pop here, especially from Haley Lee and Nadia Taylor. Lee trying to send that one to the parking lot beyond the wall. Strike 1. Haley 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out tonight, hitting .250 on the season. Fouls that one back as well, down 0-2.
One thing about Haley Lee, she does not get cheated on her swings. I mean, every single swing, she is using her entire body, getting into her legs and rotating down and back.
25 home runs in 2021 at Texas A&M. That's a single season record for the Aggies, and then finished her career at Oklahoma in 2023 with a national championship. 61 career home runs in college. Off speed, foul ball. Masson, Josh Trevino talking it over in the dugout. Penta wants a fresh ball from Jordan Roberts, excuse me, behind the plate. Two, down and in, ball 3. It's a bat from Lee after falling behind 0-2. Lee awkwardly over Warren and into left field for a base hit to start the 6th. Season 3 is here. The AU Pro Shop has you covered with the latest softball gear. Check out our online store at shop.auprosports.com. It's the destination for player merchandise and exclusive styles you won't find anywhere else. First pitch to Nadia Taylor just misses for ball 1. Well, what do you in these moments? You're down 5 runs after what just happened in the 6th. As a team, how do you approach this to try and come back?
Yeah, as a team, you need base runners, and so trying not to do too much. I mean, if I can be Nadia Taylor right now, it's just trying to single it. We need base runners. We need to get as much traffic as we possibly can on the bases.
Nadia hitting .250 on the year. Second in the league with 3 doubles. This has popped up, though. Warren and Leach over. Jesse Warren takes care of it. 1 out. down to 7, 8, 9 in this order. Last time these three came to the plate, it was a walk, an RBI double, and a bunt single. Bubba Nichols needs it. Riley West swinging first pitch, foul ball. Pretty much the same result. That just gets out of play. Sohn still in second place, but you see there is a gap there. 134 points behind Jocelyn Allo, who we'll see in game 2. If you joined us late, we will crown a champion tonight, the 3rd ever AUX softball champion. Daniela O'Toole was the inaugural champ in 2022. Last year it was Rachel Garcia. And this year it comes down really to that top 4. Allo, Masson, Vidalis, Nichols. The time is ticking for Masson and Vidalis because they only play the 1 game tonight. Looking likely that they would come out on top in this, so there's a lot of win points to be had for them if they do. But it's not going to be enough if they don't get MVP points as Penta gets out number 2 on the strikeout of Riley West.
And Penta having a good sequence of pitches to Riley West. She was starting her up and in and then finishes her off with that drop on the outer half and gets her leaning out on front. Her first K.
Stuart Hunter goes up, tailing toward out of play, and it is. And Jesse tried, reaching over the dugout there.
And I'm laughing because I made eye contact with Kelsey Stuart Hunter while she was on deck, and she was doing dry swings for hitting a rise ball, and right now she fouls that pitch off and is smiling at herself. But, you know, just doing that good visualization of getting something up in the zone, and there she goes.
Right on cue again.
So it's what you do before you get in the batter's box that matters. I mean, she had prepared for this pitch up in the zone and is able to meet it at the top of its strike zone and gets her bat head out there.
First and second now. Billy Andrews, the 9-hole at the plate, reached on a bunt single last time up. Goes after that rise ball. That is a vicious swing for strike 1. Long way to go, but Andrews sends it into left field. It goes off the wall. Lee will score from second, so they get 1 back here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the top of the order.
And you can just see the adjustment. The pitch before Billy Andrews is under this pitch, but she decides if it's up in the zone that she's just going to go up and get it and almost stays on plane with that up pitch, up in the zone, and takes that to deep left.
Zirkle takes strike 1. Big opportunity here. Zirkle, McKinney, Nichols, the top of this order. There's 2 outs. These 3 could really get it going. Zirkle takes another one outside, ball 2. Zirkle goes up and gets it. Deep left center field. Morgan Zirkle, a 3-run home run. her second of the season, and she's driven in 5 tonight. Team Nichols not done yet.
Zirkle just keeping this 2-out rally going. And if you can just see the adjustments that Team Nichols is making on this rise ball, they are just absolutely going out of the zone and getting that penta rise ball. And Zirkle picks up 3 on this home run. And this is such a powerful hit right out the gates. You know that's out of here.
17 combined runs in this game on 20 hits. Two outs now. Sydney McKinney steps in. Former Shocker swings through that pitch from Penta for strike 1. Tying run at the plate. Potential go-ahead and winning run stands on deck in the form of the captain, Bubba Nichols, as McKinney falls behind 0-2. This was supposed to be over after 5 runs in the top of the 6th, but Bubba Nichols and company. This goes back to what you said off the top. Have to have your teammates tonight to finish the job. Oh my gosh, that did not sound good.
Yeah, the sound that we heard, that was straight skin. I don't even think that got, I think that got her left hand, not even her right hand. Yeah, that got her left elbow.
Oh, and you can see, she put her arm up and you could see a knot forming on that left arm there. Bubba Nichols, what an opportunity here. This could be that moment. We talk about the 3 ways you can get points. You win, anything statistical as an individual, and MVP points. If Bubba delivers here, it could mean win points, it would be stat points, and it could potentially be MVP points if she can deliver a winning moment. 154 points out of first place right now. That is very doable, especially with a second game tonight. And she's ahead 3-0. She's swinging here if she likes it.
Ooh, I would say no. I think she's going to be selective.
3-0 pitch. Good call. You've been money tonight.
Okay, just because I feel like Penta was struggling a little bit, trying to find the strike zone and knows can't mess around with the Bubba Nichols bat. So I'm going to take that pitch.
3-1, and Bubba did take a big cut there, 3-2. One swing of the bat could be the difference in the game, and it could put Bubba Nichols into second place. 3-2, underneath it though. Penta might have gotten out of this. Caught it second by Filler, but 4 runs back in the 6th. Team Masson still collects 10-inning win points, but this game is now up for grabs. Jocelyn Allo is coming up next. The second game of our doubleheader. What a season she's had. 6 home runs. That's an AUX single season record. Gonna be tough to beat her tonight.
Yeah, we've just anticipated seeing her in an AU uniform, and man, she has not disappointed. I mean, just doing Jocelyn Allo things, and such a powerful hitter.
Here we go, Jocelyn Allo in first place right now, Bubba Nichols in 4th. We show you those two because that is the matchup following the Gap Show after the conclusion of Game 1. It'll take a big game for Bubba Nichols and definitely a win, but it is very doable. Gonna need some big time help from her pitching staff though, and I would guess we would see Taylor McQuillan start Game 2 tonight, and she has been exceptional this season. Right now the focus on Kaylani Ricketts trying to go 1-2-3 and give the offense a chance. in there for a strike against Filler. It's an 0-2 count against Andrea Filler. 3 for 3 with 3 singles tonight. 12th place on the leaderboard. Ooh. At her own dugout, but does fortunately not go in. That's Tori Vidalis understanding television. That's her having worked on television. She knew that camera was on her.
Right on cue.
Well done, Tori. That she doesn't know now, but it's still good stuff.
We're still on you, Tori.
0-2. Filler kind of spins one out there for Nichols to run onto, and there's one out. Mariah Masson, her last chance, most likely at individual stat points in this game.
Now batting the team captain, number 60, Mariah Masson.
Just don't think Masson can get to Alo. I don't think there's going to be MVP points for her, which is going to hold her back from that top spot. Even if they do win, she can close the gap for sure, but she needs 124 points, and I'm not sure that's there for her to get right now. Still a fantastic season for her. Doesn't take anything away from her performances. Would love some insurance for her team right here. 2-1. A lot of the players say they don't look at the leaderboard. If you were going into the last day as a captain, you taking a peek?
As a captain, absolutely on the last stage, just going to take a peek. And throughout the season, probably not going to pay too much attention to it, because when it comes down to the end of it, it's kind of, you want to know the answers to the test. Like, how much do I have to get right on this test to possibly get an A? So absolutely, you're going to look at it on the last day.
Like, if you come up the last at bat of the season and you're up 10 and the game's basically decided and you're down 30 points, you're saying, I'm going for a home run, right?
I'm swinging big. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate that honesty from you, you know?
Even as a slap hitter, I'm swinging big. I'm swinging for the fences. What do I got to lose?
I like it. How many career home runs for you?
I don't know. In college, towards the end, I think I ended up with maybe 15 to 20 range. I should know the answer. I don't know.
I like it.
I know you keep drilling me for my stats. I'm like, I don't know. I could tell you when we won.
Wiggins does catch the outside corner. What about in the pros?
In the pros, I probably had less home runs.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely leaned on slapping. I played with a lot of big hitters, so I just knew my job was get on base as much as I possibly can. I hit in front of Wiggins, and so I just got to get on base for someone like her to drive me in.
Masson on first for Wiggins, 2-2 count with one away. Into left center field, Nichols over. She's gone both directions to record the 2 outs here in the 7th. Regardless of how this game finishes, nothing will be decided on the leaderboard. But if Team Nichols can find a way, it will be a massive boost for Bubba going into that second game. It's down low to Kaylee Harding. Don't have to be, no one you have to be more careful with than Harding tonight. 7 RBIs with a grand slam and a 3-run home run. That average up over 300 because of her 2-for-3 performance. Both times she has hit those, Wiggins had gotten on in front of her. This time it's Masson at first. Harding already with the record in a single game at AUX with 7 RBIs and fouls that one back, strike 2.
Just powerful home runs from Harding, and I just love her in this 9 spot. I mean, yeah, can you really count anybody out here at AU, but just doing such a great job of just whenever there's traffic on the bases of picking up those runs and driving them in.
This one into right field, long run, what a catch by McKinney! Tremendous range by the former Shocker. And that's how you end the inning.
And the local celebrity going big, making a big catch for out number 3.
Sydney McKinney, the crowd loving it here in Wichita, Kansas. Last chance for Team Nichols, down 1, going to the bottom of the 7th. Stadium in Wichita, Kansas. Still a lot to play for. There is the leaderboard. Jocelyn Allo sits up top, and she will be in that spot when we go to game 2 tonight, and she faces off with Bubba Nichols and her squad. But how close will Bubba be going into that second game? There's Jocelyn Allo waiting for her chance. Mariah Masson calls her name back out in the circle to try and finish this game. Tori Vidalis over at first base. She's currently in 3rd place. We crown a champion tonight, and we pass out 3 medals for the top 3 on the leaderboard. This is a big half inning right here. Mariah Masson back in, so putting yourself in a tough spot here, needing these last 3 outs to secure the win, but also to not drop any points, giving up earned runs. And then on the other side, Bubba Nichols will not come to the plate. She was the final out of the 6th, but needs her team to pick her up right now. Whiz deep to right center field! Delaney Whiz does it! And we're tied at 9! All 9 runs for Team Nichols in the final 3 innings. Delaney Whiz's 4th home run of the season.
And this has got to feel so good. I mean, she just hits this on the money. This is a laser beam, and this is huge. Ties it up for Team Nichols.
It's plus 40 for Whiz. They get the inning win points because they put up a run in the 7th, and now the game is right there for the taking with nobody out. Jordan Rudd Lee pinch hitting here for Haley Lee. Right at Vidalis, 1 pitch, 1 out.
And like you said, so gutsy for Mariah Masson to put herself back in the game and just makes herself just a little bit vulnerable, and Delaney Whiz winning that battle there. But maybe speaks testament to her in the sense of she has that confidence of, give me the ball.
Well, we saw Maddie Penta come out of the bullpen. Alyssa Denham and Alex Storako also on the pitching staff. A little surprised maybe to not see Denham tonight at all. Nadia Taylor hit a game-tying home run in Series 2 to extend a game, only to have Tori Vidalis hit a walk-off in the bottom of that inning. And now Nadia stands with all the cards in her hands. Can she deliver? 0-2 count though. Ground ball left side for Warren. And there's 2 outs. Are we headed for extras? Last chance for Team Nichols. It's Riley West, a rookie from Tennessee. Mentioned earlier, no extra base hits, only 2 hits on the season, trying to keep this game going in regulation. Misses to West, 2-0. Solo home run for Delaney Wiz. She's in 5th place, up 2 spots tonight. She's closing in on the top 3. West foul ball for strike 1. Speed in there for strike 2. They're just making Savannah Collins wait in right field for the gap show. We're just going to extend this a little bit. Keep her on her toes out there. We will stay on the air here in Wichita, though, as Masson just misses for ball 3. Thought that was the one. She held this Team Nichols lineup scoreless through 4 innings before 4 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and Riley West draws a walk, her 2nd of the game. Came around to score the last time.
And this is where I feel where Maison should at least bring Denham in or bring another pitcher in to close it out, because you can see her taking more time in between pitches and just losing her sharpness, and Riley West definitely a hitter that she would like to go right at.
Alyssa Denham is in the bullpen just in case, but I almost think at this point it's, you don't feel like you're going to see Denham. Maybe if there's a walk here, but I just don't know. If you brought yourself back in, you almost think you're going to finish this, right? Maybe in extras we could see Alyssa Denham. Team Masson has to get it there. The winning run on first base. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, the Wichita native, hoping to end it right here, but down 0-2. Off speed, did she go? She did, and that's going to do it for the 7th. It's extra innings, courtesy of Delaney Wiz. Another big swing in this game.
And Delaney Wiz just coming up so clutch. This home run, she smashes it to tie the game. 9-9, Team Nichols.
Been no short supply of big moments in this AUX season. We've seen plenty of them tonight. Who's gonna have the last laugh in game 1? Delaney Wiz made her mark. Look at this scoreboard right now. 18 runs, 21 hits, 9 of the 9 runs scored by Team Nichols have come in the last 3 innings, and that one in the 7th, thanks to Delaney Wiz, the solo home run to lead off the inning. But Team Masson has forced extras. The tiebreaker rule puts a runner on second. That's Kaylee Harding, as Aubrey Leach shows bunt and fouls it straight back. No more individual stat points to be had here in extra innings. The only thing up for grabs is the win, and then potentially MVP points for whoever the hero might be. But 50 points on the line for that game. Leach takes that pitch just outside. Great eye on a close pitch. Ground ball left side, Wiz snags it over to first. What a play by Delaney Wiz, who is quickly becoming the hero of this game for Team Nichols.
And Ricketts is just so hard to move a runner, and so Aubrey Leach is forced to hit this hard to Delaney Wiz, but Delaney Wiz just doing such a good job of keeping Harding at second. She has nowhere to go. She looks her back and makes that play.
Jalen Alchin reached on a bunt single her last time up, takes strike one. This is lefty-lefty and a lefty-lefty matchup again here to lead off the eighth. Alchin into center field, Nichols coming on, and the stop sign thrown up at the last second. Originally, Josh Trevino was waving Harding, but Nichols was so quick to that ball. Alchin does take second, though.
And you can see this pitch is on the outer half, and Alchin just doing a good job of just keeping this up the middle. But off the bat, absolutely you're thinking that Harding's going to try to score on this. But as you can see the throw, Bubba Nichols' throw is on the money. So has her hold at third.
One out single for Alchin, advanced to second on the throw. Now Tori Vidalis, if she wants to climb the leaderboard, what a perfect moment. She's only 30 points out of second place. Could be a chance for MVP points for Tori as well as the win. She drove in the game-winning run in a very similar moment to this in extra innings back in Series 1. Actually hit it over the fence and left, but they thought that it got lodged between the net and the wall, so they didn't challenge it, and it ended up being a double rather than a home run. It didn't matter in the end as far as the result of the game, other than the fact that Tori got robbed of a home run. Would have 4 on the season if not for that. Kehlani's altering something with her cleat, kind of retying it. Tori already has a walk-off, answering Nadia Taylor's big home run last week.
And this was such a big moment. I mean, we thought we were going to have a couple more innings of game left, but Tori Vidalis says, nope, I'm going to end game here, and we know that she's capable of a big swing at any moment.
Inside from Ricketts. 3-2 count here to Vidalis. Tori hitless tonight, 0 for 3, but has the sac fly RBI in the 6th. The 3-2. Ground ball right side, jumps up on McKinney. She can only get the out at first, and that run from second does score to give Team Masson the lead.
Take a look at where Sydney McKinney is playing. She's playing behind the baseline, so where this hop gets her, Kaylee Harding scores easily. As she was playing a little bit more inside that baseline, she would definitely make that play and maybe cut that run.
What a night for Harding, responsible for 8 of the 10 runs, as Kehlani Ricketts will exit the game. This is an interesting decision because we expect McQuillan to start the next game, so kind of accelerates her prep work, I guess, as she'll probably just need the 1 out and then start next game.
Yeah, we're definitely not in cahoots with with Bubba and her decision making, but definitely, I mean, I like this decision. Let's change the tempo, change the momentum, and at least she'll be warm and ready to go for the next game.
There's Bubba Nichols out in the outfield. Her team has answered basically every question asked of them down the stretch in this game. Taylor McQuillan out there with a 3.14 ERA, leads the league with 5 wins, 31 strikeouts in 29 innings pitched, and a .218 opponent batting average. Working with Jordan Rudd Lee behind the plate. There's Jocelyn Allo waiting in the wings, still in the top spot. has a nice little cushion as it stands. We'll see who finishes as the winner. Probably be better for her if Team Masson does win this, because their season is over. Bubba Nichols is the team who has the double header today, as Jessie Warren takes the first pitch, ball one. .1-0 from McQuillan, and Warren is hit for the 7th time this season. First and third now. Warren all smiles. It finally got her on the elbow guard.
Yeah, in the right spot. And Taylor McQuillan is not happy about that. Almost thinking that she didn't attempt to get out of the way.
Big swing from Roberts right there through that pitch. Strike one. Jordan, 2 singles in the 2nd and 3rd inning, and then 2 groundouts since then to make her 2 for 4 on the night. She's in 14th on the leaderboard. Takes strike 2. One-two count, 2 away and 2 on. McQuillan gets her swinging. She's fired up, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Team Nichols, 9 runs in the last 3 innings. They need just 2 to win it. Morgan Zirkle, big night for her, a 2 RBI double, and then this big swing in the 6th inning.
Yeah, just a little tag team from Zirkle and Wiz, just to have Zirkle get them within 1 run, and then Wiz just bringing it home to tie the game, and so clutch for Team Nichols.
Bubba's teammates have picked her up in a big way. 10-9 though, Team Masson leading Team Nichols. The runner on second is Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Here is the leaderboard. Bubba Nichols with a win would jump into 2nd place behind Jocelyn Allo. They will meet in the 2nd game of our doubleheader as Andrews shows bunt and then ends up taking a big swing there. You are brave at 3rd base if you're Jessie Warren. She is 25 feet up the line.
And as soon as Andrews showed bunt, she was crashing and then held her ground a little bit.
Looked more like Andrews did want a bunt, but pulls back for a ball. One. Takes that ball 2. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter takes 3rd. No need for the sacrifice. The heads-up base running from Stewart-Hunter.
I mean, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter's awareness for this game, I mean, she is so sneaky. The minute she catches you sleeping, she will always take advantage. And if you take a look at her, she's just creeping off and takes a big lead.
Warren on the baseline records the first out. Kind of ends up like it was a sacrifice anyway, because you get 1 out and you get a runner at 3rd, but still heads up stuff. Morgan Zirkle. 5 RBIs, 2 of them on a double, 3 of them on a home run in the 6th. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Started the night 0 for 2, but 2 for 2 her last 2 trips to the plate. Her line barely fits on the graphic there. She's done so much tonight. 1-1. Zirkle takes that on the outside corner. Now has to protect with 2 strikes. Slow roller right side. Stuart Hunter coming home, and she will score to tie the game as Zirkle is out at first. 10-10.
And Stuart Hunter, I mean, just such great awareness again. She sees the speed of this ground ball and knows immediately I can score on that. And that's huge. Ties the game.
6 RBIs for Zirkle tonight. Nobody on for McKinney, and the crowd knows who's at the plate right now. Ahead 1-0, and a rare night for Sydney McKinney to not have a hit in 4 trips to the plate. Off the handle for strike 1. What a couple moments here. You got Sydney McKinney with a chance to win it. You've got Bubba Nichols, the captain, on deck, who could potentially have a chance this inning or next. McKinney down the left field line in foul territory. It is caught by Alchin, and we need another one. To the 9th inning we go. I think you called it, right? 20 runs in this game? $20 total runs, 22 hits, and a 9th inning as the fans anxiously await a winner. And game 2 of our doubleheader featuring Jocelyn Allo and company. 50 points on the line for the winner of this game. Ash Trevino talking to the captain, Mariah Masson. Kayla Kowalik will take second base, so they have some speed out there on the base pads now. Both teams scoring 1 run in the 8th. Taylor McQuillan still out there in the circle. We mentioned it earlier, doubleheader for Team Nichols. That heat going away a little bit, probably a lot hotter out there on the turf though. And now a lengthy game as Filler lays down the bunt. Stuart Hunter tags her, and there's 1 out.
The next batter is
A nice heads-up play by Stuart Hunter and getting that lead out.
Masson at the plate. She lays down a bunt, but fouls it off herself. Oh, 1 count. Ground ball left side. Andrews holds the runner. They go to third. Kowalik is safe. And now it's 1st and 3rd. You like the play or you take the out?
No, I like the play. I think that's a good decision from Andrews. She was off way too far to go ahead and make that play, and she almost had a chance and had a play at her at third, and Kowalik just does a good job of just gets out far and goes back quick.
1st and 3rd for Megan Wiggins. Takes strike 1. It's too far outside from McQuillan, 1-1. Guess who's on deck? Kaylee Harding, 7 RBIs, 8 runs scored. She was the runner that scored in the 8th inning. Inside to Wiggins, 2-1. Certainly don't want her coming up with the bases loaded. Wiggins 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. And now in a hitter's count, 3-1. Wiggins in his shallow center. Nichols coming on. Kowalik will stay at third base. Taylor McQuillan 1 out away from holding them to 0. But guess who it is? Kaylee Harding, and she has had one night.
She has been on fire at the plate. She is seeing it big, and mentioned that she was struggling, but now just coming up big at the plate. 2 home runs on the night.
First look at McQuillan. Takes it, ball 1 outside. McQuillan tweaks that one just a bit from the first pitch and gets a strike. Two and one. Harding goes after that pitch upstairs, and now 2-2 count. McQuillan wants to talk it over with Rudd Lee. McQuillan legally blind in her left eye since birth. We've seen some incredible things from her defensively this year. Certainly in the circle as a pitcher. She played for Team Mexico at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. 2-2, foul back. She had a 2.15 ERA at the championship season last year. She's played in Japan professionally as well. Former number 6 overall pick in the NPF draft. Needs 1 out to give her team a chance. Harding will not go away quietly. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Do you feel confidence as a hitter when you start fouling balls off like this?
And especially how Harding is fouling these pitches off. She's fouling them straight back, and so it's just a matter of timing of just getting that barrel out in front and squaring up on it.
Masson will take second. Could be big right there. If Harding can put something in a gap, I don't know if Masson would score from first, but she definitely will from second. And it's a full count. 2 outs, Harding fouls this out of play.
And honestly, now that Maison's on second, you've got first base open. I'd almost try to go wide and see if I can get her swing in since she's so aggressive, or walk her.
McQuillan wants a new ball. Two outs, 2 on, full count. McQuillan, off speed, popped up on the infield. McQuillan going back, Andrews wasn't there, the throw home to get Masson not in time, and 2-run score. Kaylee Harding, in a little bit different fashion than we had seen, drives in 2 more.
And McQuillan gets her on this changeup, but that's the job of your infielders to let you know where they are behind her, and she thinks that Andrews is there behind her. But tries to come up with that play.
And how big now is Masson taking second? And
that was huge.
That's got to be a crusher if you're in the circle. Aubrey Leach to try to keep it rolling with 2 outs. 2-1, Leach pops it up. Similar spot here, and this time Andrews runs over to grab it for out number 3. Another hill to climb. Team Masson puts 2 runs up. Bubba Nichols, though, leads off for her team. 3-4-5. Nichols, one of the top home run hitters in the league, and they got to get it going in the bottom half. Well, no changes on the leaderboard since the last time we showed you, but there's 50 points up for grabs. Masson and Vidalis out of reach of Alo, with just the win points and MVP points left, but Bubba Nichols and Delaney Wiz have an opportunity. This game, though, is so important for them to win. I mean, you think about that blooper that brings across 2 runs, that could end up being the difference tonight.
Yeah, that definitely was the difference maker right there, and it's those outs that you just got to catch and take care of the ball.
Mariah Masson trying to close the door here in a tough part of the order. Nichols, Wiz, Rudd, Lee coming up. Sydney McKinney will take second base, so a good runner to have out there, but it'll take 2 for Team Nichols. There's McKinney, flew out to end the 8th inning. Really base running for both teams. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter taking 3rd earlier in the 8th inning, and then Masson taking 2nd last inning to be that insurance run. First pitch inside corner, strike 1 to Bubba Nichols. 5 home runs on the season, second to Jocelyn Alo in the league. She's driven in 10 runs, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Watches the off-speed low. Nichols foul ball for strike 2. One-two from Masson. That would have been pretty close had it been straight down the line, but way out of play.
And just taking note here, you know, Bubba Nichols, no outs, runner on second. I love her decision to stand in there and swing down by 2. One of your biggest bats. If I'm her and I'm on the leaderboard, I'm swinging too.
Watches that for ball 2. Most pitches thrown by Mariah Masson in a game this season. Started the game, went 4 scoreless, got into trouble in the 5th, and then re-entered. And has done a nice job since re-entering. Full count now to Nichols. The 2 captains with 50 points on the line. Nichols into right center field. That's down. Around comes McKinney, and she's going to score. The tying run on first as Bubba Nichols comes through.
And with Bubba Nichols being 0 for 3 on the day, this has got to feel good. This is almost a pitch off the plate and just gets to extension. Hits it to right center. Sydney McKinney scores easily.
McKinney gets 1 back. They need 1 more. Delaney Wiz homered off of Masson the last time she was at the plate. It was when Masson had re-entered in the 7th. Wiz was the first batter she faced. And she's the reason we're here in extras. Now could win it. Inside ball 2.
Just a little refresher of that home run that tied up the game. Taking this outside pitch, right side. Picking up her team.
Hitters count 2-0. Off speed misses low. 3-0 now. is up 2 spots into 5th place. Could have MVP points headed her way. There's strike 1. Pitch number 135 from Masson tonight. Ball 4. The winning run now on first base. Still just 1 out.
The next batter for Team Nichols is number 36, Jordan Rudd.
The infield comes together to talk things over with the captain, Mariah Masson. Josh Trevino now coming out of the dugout. And this might do it. We'll see. They're going to have a conversation here.
Just that pitch count, 135 pitches. I mean, she's thrown a lot of pitches on the day, and you can just see her movement in between pitches, just trying to gather herself. And I'm wondering if she's saying, hey, I can do it. I can stay in here. I got this.
Alyssa Denham's kind of in the dugout. She grabbed her glove. Not sure exactly what the plan is yet. Masson stays. Jordan Rudd Lee. Denham's going back to the bullpen. Rudd Lee puts down the bunt. Masson to first. The first out of the inning on the sacrifice bunt by Rudd Lee. And now the winning run at second base for Nadia Taylor.
And just such a straight team player move by Jordan Rudd Lee, putting that bunt down. Moving up the runners 60 feet. Tying run on third.
Josh Trevino calls time. Looking toward the bullpen at Alyssa Denham, who just went out there, and she's trying to loosen up just a little bit. We'll see if Masson makes the move or not. At the end of the day, it's the captain's call. The facilitator is there to help you, and they can play whatever role you want. But Mariah Masson has the final decision here on if she comes out. This is where I think it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, you're a competitor, right?
Exactly. And it has to be someone else's decision, I feel like, you know, in this case, because an athlete always is going to want to stay in and keep the ball. And I'm sure he's trying to reason with her and give her the pros, give her the cons, and give her all the different reasonings. But at the end of the day, it is her decision. So it's tough.
That's what it looked like to me, is that Josh Trevino was playing the coach card there and trying to convince her that it might be the right decision. He's the pitching coach at Texas State. They have Jessica Mullins this year, who just finished her career at the 2nd most wins in the nation. Masson exits, Denham enters. Still a lot more to come. The Gap Show coming up after this with Savannah Collins, Tori Vidalis, and Aubrey Leach. So they'll finish the game. They'll head out to right field with Savannah Collins, so you can see they're getting ready for the show. And they will take us to game 2 tonight. This one is approaching 3 hours here to start this night for us.
Double-digit game all around.
Here's Alyssa Denham, 4th year out of Alvin, Texas. Played her college ball at Arizona after 1 year at Louisiana. Was really good in Series 2 with a 1.91 ERA. She will actually be a captain week 1 of the championship season later this summer, because she's finished 2nd the last 2 years. And this is one of numerous very difficult situations she's been put in this AUX season.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, but a great situation for her. I mean, she induces a lot of ground balls. She keeps the ball down as well, and so this could be a good matchup for her, a good situation for her to come in.
You load the bases here? Get the force outs?
I think that's a good decision, because we've got Nadia Taylor that's coming up. She's got a lot of pop, but Riley West, you know, we haven't seen a lot from her, so I would obviously take my odds there and try to roll up a double play with Riley West coming up behind Nadia Taylor.
Ten-year pro Nadia Taylor. First one to see Denham. Working with Kayla Kowalik behind the plate. We'll see, what's the decision here with Nadia Taylor? A base open, 1 out. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Taylor swinging first pitch, foul ball for strike 1, and they do not elect to walk her here. Alyssa Denham has had multiple relief appearances entering into situations with the bases loaded. She gave up a grand slam earlier this season. Gets Taylor to swing through that, and this decision is looking right at the moment as she's ahead 0-2. Pitch from Denham. Off speed, ground ball up the middle. Wiggins coming on. Wiggins coming home. Safe. Team Nichols walks it off. Nadia Taylor, the hero. What a swing by Nadia Taylor. It's 50 points for everybody on Team Nichols. 13 runs for them. They didn't score in the first 4 innings.
And that's unbelievable. I mean, for them to have double digits, 13 runs, I mean, off of 11 hits, all coming in the last couple of innings, and Nadia Taylor just coming up huge with these 2 runs.
In an 0-2 count. That's the veteran hitter, Nadia Taylor. Didn't have a hit all night, was 0 for 4 at the plate, and maybe some MVP points coming her way. Look at that. And we don't have normal endings to AUX seasons. We've had a walk-off grand slam in the first year. Last year, we didn't get to finish because of the smog in Chicago, so they had to cancel the final day. We start tonight with a 9-inning, 25-run thriller. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Bubba Nichols up into second place. 94 points behind Jocelyn Allo, who she will face off with in Game 2 of our doubleheader. We have plenty to play for tonight.
Oh my gosh, they're making it so interesting. So I'm ready for Game 2.
Team Allo and Team Nichols coming up. At some point tonight, the schedule has been thrown out the window. Nadia Taylor, the hero for Team Nichols, who now has to respond and play another game against Team Allo. It's Jocelyn Allo and Bubba Nichols at the top of the leaderboard. The Gap Show is coming up next, and that'll take you all the way to Game 2. For Natasha Watley and Savannah Collins, I'm Chucky Kemp. Gap Show's next.